Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Pokemon Soul Silver. This is episode number 8, and today we actually have like a ton going on. Like, there's not like one big element. I think I'm going to call it like our rival battle part 2 or something like that. But we're going to get our rival battle, we have some training, we're going to catch a new team member. There's just a whole ton of stuff going on. But I actually do think this is going to be like the longest rival battle we'll have in the whole game, and it's mainly because we don't have anything that could take out Bayleaf like in a single shot. Like, and Bayleaf is such a pain in the ass Pokemon to deal with that it is so aggravating, and you'll see exactly what I mean. It's so trolly and tanky, and I've never had this problem before because I normally go with Cyndaquil right at the beginning. So the rival normally always picks Totodile, and that's a really easy, right? Like, we have Ampharos right here, or Zapperman, or Shocker, as I'm going to call him throughout the series. Like, that's an easy win for Shocker. He could take out a water type. But then we get to the grass typing, and the best thing we have is Hoot, which is not going to be sufficient here. Hooter is not going to be able to take him down. So we're gonna have to really depend on like some trolley logic to do this, and honestly this takes like way more time than you can imagine. So I think as a starting point, Thunder Wave is a good option, because you see it has Reflect, which means its defenses are going to be raised. Thunder Wave, we're going to cause paralysis. I think that's the smart move here. Let's see what we can do. He can't move right now, so that's really good. Even though Thunder Shock isn't... I don't think either Tackle or Thunder Shock is going to be effective, but I think we might as well try and get in some hard-hitting moves while we have the opportunity to. And then when it looks like he's going to be able to take out Zapperman, maybe we use Leer and just continuously try to like buff his stats. So he's going to try and poison us. But Bayleaf actually has a healing type move. So it's going to be able to start healing here eventually, which is going to outweigh like any damage we do to it. It's going to be very, very... Yeah, Synthesis, watch this. This is going to be very aggravating. Full health. And it's going to continuously do that until it runs out of Synthesis, I believe. So that's really, really, really annoying. So I think the best thing we could do is use Growl over and over again and just lower the attack. I wish we had something that could lower defenses, but we don't. So that kind of stinks, and it's going to keep setting up Protect to boost its defenses, which is going to make this even harder than it needs to be. This whole battle is a headache and a half. Like, that's just how it goes. I don't know any other way to put it. It just winds up being the most aggravating battle I've had in this game thus far. And yeah, I think that's why this is like going to be front and center of the video. Like, I'll name it maybe the hardest rival battle I've ever had or something like that. It's such a struggle to get through this. I think we end up with like one Pokemon left, and that's it. I think everybody else dies in this episode. I'm pretty sure. But here we go, let's switch into Hoot. He causes some poison. Let's see what is Peck gonna do? I think it's gonna do a little bit more, yeah, because it is super effective, but it's not like a great move, and Hoot's a first stage evolution. Even if we could level him up, I mean, he's got 3 levels to go before I think he's even close to evolution. I think 20 might be Hooter's evolution here. Got him down the yellow. It's gonna use Reflect. So we're not gonna do as much damage moving forward. That's so annoying. And you know what? I am actually going to defend Hooter here. Because Bayleaf can use Synthesis, Hooter is allowed to use potions. It's that simple for me. Like, it's such BS that could happen in a trainer battle like this. It's so annoying. It is just, I pull my hair out even watching this. Bayleaf's gonna use Razor Leaf. That's not gonna be effective, but we're taking poison damage each turn, and it's being trolly. Like, it's so aggravating. Yep, I think now is a good time. Let's go ahead and let's use a super potion. Let's even the playing field since this has synthesis on its item roster. Or on its move pool. It's paralyzed, it can't move, so we didn't lose anything there. And Reflect wore off, so that means with our outspeed here, we should actually do the right amount of damage this time around. Yeah, which is actually like a reasonable amount of damage. Paralyzed, it can't move. Let's hit again. It's gonna try and go for Protect, if I know Bayleaf well. It went with Synthesis. You bastard. This is such an ugly Pokemon battle. We're going to need a crit, I think, to pull us out of this. Otherwise, I think we're going to lose. I think that's all we need. Razor Leaf. Okay, it didn't go for Protect, which is good news. I do think the healing moves it has are kind of buffed. Like, it doesn't have a lot of times that I could actually use it. As I say that, it pulls out Synthesis again. This is so aggravating. It's just, I mean, look at any other Pokemon battle we've had, and it's not even close in comparison to like the time it takes to actually beat the Pokemon. And we're gonna need to heal up soon. Okay, Reflect. That's a load of crap, but I'll take it. Hurt by poison. There's no way I could lose to a wimp like you. This is like really aggravating. Oh, man. I wish Hooter leveled up at like level 15, so that way it could have got some buffed stats going into this battle, because I feel like that's really what's holding us back, is we have nothing effective against the grass-type Pokemon. Like, normally we would have... they wouldn't have this starter, normally. Like I said, I would normally go with Cyndaquil. But come on. Yeah, there we go. We got the critical hit. It was probably going to go with Synthesis there. But that helps us out a ton. Like, it is so nice to have that off the plate there. Because otherwise we can't progress. I mean, I would just have to sit here and continue battling wild Pokemon. And that gets extremely aggravating. I'm sure you could imagine. Because I had to do that for a long time before we could even get this episode ready to go. I don't mean to put like such a sour note at the beginning of this episode. Because everything else in this episode goes according to plan. Everything's smooth. It's nice. It just works through the regular path. But that was just a massive headache. I've never had a rival battle give me so much trouble. I mean, even when I look back at like Ruby and Sapphire and I played against May, it's like, yeah, May was always a pain in the ass around her third battle or maybe second battle, I forget, but it's like it was never that bad. That was just horrific. There's not really many good options you could get. I guess you could get Sparrow and turn it into a Pharaoh, or you could do Zubat and evolve it into a Crobat and it should have better moves. But I mean, the whole point of this Let's Play for myself was to not pick Generation 1 Pokemon. Like, otherwise, yeah, I'd have an Abra on the team, which would turn into Kadabra and be really useful. And then, I guess I'd stick with Shocker Man. But I mean, we could plan for like so many other situations. We would have had a Bellsprout early on in the game. We would have done so much more with what we had. Probably got a Ghastly. like we specifically chose to stick with Generation 2 Pokemon for this Let's Play. And it is hurting us. There we go, we caught the first Sparrow, but guess what? There's another one! The first Farfetch'd, but there's another one out here. There's a Zubat. I actually do think, so Zubat evolves into Golbat, and I think this is the first generation where you can get a Crobat. But I don't know, and that's why I really didn't want to pick it, because that's a loophole that we could definitely use into the late game, but I do have a better replacement for it all in all anyways, so it's not going to be a big deal. I think we'll be fine. Just like I said, I don't think Noctowl or Hooter, as he's called here, we'll see him right here, I don't think he's our full-time flying type Pokemon. I think he's a really cool flying type Pokemon. And probably, if I was to pick, he's in the top 10. I don't know about that. He's not excellent. You know what he's missing is the dark typing. For as much as he looks like he should be flying dark, he's just flying normal. If you gave that guy the flying dark type and gave him some dark type moves, he might be on this team until the end of the game. But he doesn't have it. It does not exist for him. And it really holds him back. Especially because this is the generation that introduced the dark type. And look at him. Every time he comes out, look at him. It was an obvious thing that they could have done that would have resolved his uselessness. Like, it's so absurdly bad that they could give him the normal flying type. I know I'm probably the only person, I don't know, I haven't watched like other people's opinion on him, because outside of this Let's Play I've never used him before. I would imagine other people are as frustrated as I am. If they aren't, I would question why, because he could easily become in the top 5 flyers in Pokemon if given the normal dark type and then the right moves to compensate that. But instead they gave him crap moves until he evolves, don't give him the dark type, and it's so infuriating. Like, all around, it is the most frustrated I have been with a Pokemon in a long time. I mean, like, I've always said, like, I guess it would technically be the next generation, but I always felt like Staraptor should have got flying fighting. I thought that would have been a really cool mix. But note my wording there, that would have been really cool. With Noctowl, I feel like it is 100% needed to have the flying dark type. It's not like that would be a cool add-on. It's like, without that, this Pokemon cannot by any means make it to the end game. Because it's still shut down by the same stuff that it got shut down with before. It's infuriating. It's out of this world exhausting to try and explain why it's such a big deal. Because the move pool just becomes garbage and it becomes a worse version of Pidgey. And Pidgey is a worse version of Pharaoh. Like, please. Please. My God. That's my end. That's the end of the rant. I don't want to go on any farther. I do not want to continue to harp down this rabbit hole. As you could tell, it is something that I'm very passionate about because I love the design of this Pokemon. I would love for it to be usable. But in its current state, it is not. It is garbage. It's really bad. And I cannot forgive Game Freak for treating it so poorly, because it truly is their fault. They had all the power to make it a really good Pokemon and chose to do jack diddly squat with it. That was their choice. Not mine. But I digress. There we go. There's a Paris. Once again, another Pokemon that I would love to improve, but we'll get into that in a separate discussion. I don't want to give two big, full-blown, like, holy shit moments in one Let's Play, but I'll live with what we have discussed thus far and not go over the top. But here we go. We actually get the TM for Headbutt. And guess who can learn it? Scrambled! I think this will likely be the last episode for Scrambled, if I'm going to be honest. It does not. Although I look at the moves, Extrasensory and Rock Smash. I taught it Rock Smash, but Extrasensory, that's a really good Psychic type move. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to keep Scrambled on here as like a side character for as much as we want it to be, but it's not going to be a permanent team member. And in all honesty, I don't want to give it more life than it needs. It's a good Pokemon in this game. It becomes a fantastic Pokemon in the next generation. And that's the... I don't want to keep it here because it'll just upset me. But we taught him Headbutt. Now, of course, we're going back into Azalea Town, and look at who we come across. Heracross! Yes! This is what we wanted. Here we go. Let's see if we can catch him. We don't have a Pokemon who could hit without doing some serious damage. I tried the Quick Ball. That didn't work. Let's go for the Great Ball. Now, Heracross is low level, which is going to hurt us. But there we go. We caught Heracross. Excellent. That is a terrific addition to the team. Probably one of the best. If you know me and have seen any of my Let's Plays to this region, Heracross is a keeper. What are we going to nickname Heracross? Because he looks like a beetle, and he practically is a beetle, I'm going to name him VW Bug, after the Beetle, the Volkswagen Beetle. These are VW Bug, and here's another Soda Pop. Let's just make our way up here then. We obtained a TM. Okay, and Rock Smash can likely be... Rock Smash can likely be taught to VW Bug there as well too. Here we go, we got some trainer battles, and you can see I did some light training with VW Bug. I kind of just want him to stand his ground at this point. Or her ground, it looks like it's got the female symbol up there. No need to rush to any judgment, but we're going to do a lot of switch training. I think VW Bug is really going to kill the next gym. I'm really hoping, because the next gym is usually the biggest pain in the ass of this game. If you played this game before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The next gym is... Any Let's Player will tell you how terrible it is. Anybody who's played this series will tell you it is painstakingly hard to get through. But I think with VW Bug on the team, we stand a good chance as long as we're roughly around the same level as the gym leader. But because he's so underleveled right now, or she's so underleveled right now, we're going to have to really work hard to get there. But hopefully we can do that. I have a lot of faith in VW Bug. I really think it is possible. I think we could definitely get through it. And even if we don't, I will share, because I do know we have the extra episode on Saturday. If we don't get through the gym leader, or even if we do get through the gym leader, what am I even trying to say? If we don't get through the gym leader on the Thursday episode, with all of our Pokemon being like level 22, we'll probably have a grindy episode this Saturday. And with that being said, I'll likely still do some, if you're familiar with this route, there's some small out of place stuff that we can do that kind of dictates where the story's going to move forward. So we'll go and we'll do that sort of stuff. But that's the sort of vibe that I'm getting, is we likely won't beat the next gym leader being about level 22 to level 25, which is where I'd like to be. Level 22 on the low end, level 25 on the high end for all of our Pokemon. If we are there, hey, you know, no big deal. We'll just continue to progress with the story on Saturday, but it may be time to have like a grindy episode here coming on Saturday. Of course, Thursday we'll be getting a gym badge, hopefully, but I think Saturday might be a little bit of a training montage, so to speak. So just a heads up for anybody that's watching the series, you know, I like to be really transparent on where I lay inside of the story, so. Let's progress. Here we go, another trainer. Oh, a Scunbull. This actually would have been a really good one for VW Bug. I don't know why I switched out, because that's a normal type Pokemon. I guess because it's level 13. Fair enough, but there was really no need for what I'm doing, especially because Crunch is probably going to be the best move I have here, or Bite. But I go for Water Gun. Yeah, I wasn't thinking with the old Noodle. I'm still not, but I need slightly better. And Lick, it causes paralysis. Oh, such an aggravating move. That's okay. And of course, I guarantee we're going to miss here, even though this wouldn't work. Oh, okay. We actually get it. I apologize, game. You're not just intentionally trying to mess with me. I get it. Usually the game only gives me status effects, and when it's put on my team, I don't get that. But yeah, this part might be a little bit boring in the Let's Play, because honestly, we're switch training VW Bug to get him up to shape. He's not going to be able to do anything against Mareep. He doesn't have a rock type move or anything like that. Yeah, Rock Smash might be a little bit effective. I guess Horn Attack is probably going to be pretty solid. And he doesn't have anything useful against us. So yeah, maybe he gets a little bit of limelight here. He could get paralysis, but he doesn't. So that's a big plus. And he gets a good chunk of experience from doing that. But I do know from past experiences, VW Bug does not, he does not, so there's different growth rates in Pokemon, right? And I'm not going to get into all of them, because there's a good chunk of them. But if I was going to break them down from fast to slow, VW Bug is in the slow category, all around. And normally it would work like, some Pokemon will be fast in the beginning, then they get slower later on. Some Pokemon are really slow in the beginning, like you look at like a Magikarp, and then as it turns into Gyarados, it gets really fast because they wanted you to utilize that Pokemon. There's a whole different bunch of variations, but with VW Bug, it really hurts him in the aspect of he only has, right, Heracross doesn't evolve. What we see now is what we're going to have at the end of the game. So it doesn't ever really switch like the growth variation, it just continuously stays slow. With that being said, he's a terrific Pokemon and is going to be a great asset up until the end of the game. I mean, there's a reason why I'm filming this. It's coming out as 30 minutes, but it took me 2 hours and 30 minutes to record, and I'm not complaining about it, is because he's such a great addition to the team that, like, without a doubt, like, there's no reason why you wouldn't add him to the team. He's terrific. Probably one of the best Pokemon in this generation, if I'm going to be brutally honest. I would put him in my top 5 for Gen 2. Out of this world Pokemon. He is so cool. And that's really all I got to say. I mean, he's a remarkable Pokemon. But with that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching the close to like only 4 minutes left mark. And with this series, it is what it is. But now with that being said, if you like this video, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is free for you on your end and greatly motivates myself to make videos just like this now and in the near future. We'll be playing this game on Tuesdays and Thursdays and occasionally Saturdays, with this week being one of those occasional weeks, so you'll get an additional video this week. And we'll also be playing, if Pokemon isn't quite your speed, we'll be playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of this week. I just recorded the Wednesday episode for this, just following this episode, and I'm so excited to get that out there. There's a whole lot moving on between this Let's Play and the other Let's Play. It's all great, good stuff that you could go and check out. We just recently hit 50 subscribers on the channel. I think now we are trending around 53, which is my lucky number. 53 is my lucky number, ladies and gentlemen. So that is it's a real highlight for me. I might do something in the next coming weeks to sort of celebrate that, but I'm really not sure either, because I do have a vacation planned, so I want to make sure that the schedule is fulfilled first before I do anything special. So I might wait until I come back from vacation to do anything of that sort of nature. But we may be doing a special sort of video upcoming here in the near future to sort of celebrate where the channel is versus where it was versus what it's become, etc., etc. I think we could really put together something really fun that's short, sweet, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes max, and we just sort of reflect on the channel as a whole, from 0 subscribers to 50 subscribers, because I think that would be a lot of fun. And I think Nick, who worked with me to build the channel, originally we were doing podcasts and things like that, I think he'd be pretty happy to see a video like that. If he's still watching, Nick, if you're still watching, leave a comment in the comment section below. I know him and I really want to get together later this year and do a Let's Play of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. Maybe it'll come out, I don't know, maybe like bi-weekly or something like that. We'll figure it out, but I know it's something him and I have discussed, and I haven't discussed on the channel here, but I do feel like that would be a really good way to celebrate what is going on the channel as a whole, and some of the much appreciated love that has been coming through the channel. So here we go. We get to find out that our, not our rival, but our, I'll just call her a teammate from now on. It sort of sounds like she has a crush on us based off what she just said with her grandparents there. But yeah, her grandparents run the daycare center. Not much more to go on there. But with that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, if you did like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I know the last couple minutes were me just sort of spewing channel stuff out there, but if you liked it, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to peace out so that way you guys have like a minute of uninterrupted gameplay with my voice over it, because I know some people like that. But until next time, everybody, peace out. I hope you all had a snazzy week and have a snazzier week even moving forward past this. And I hope, yeah, yesterday was Memorial Day, so for those living in the States, I hope you all went out and did something for the troops or the vets, anything of that nature. You know, it's a very respectable day, and yeah, if you didn't, you know, maybe you got some stuff done, maybe you had some beers, cooked some burgers, and just enjoyed the day. I just hope everybody remembered what it's for. But till next time, everybody take it easy, and we'll see you all here in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scouts.